Packers star cornerback Jaire Alexander. Here's his quote. All offseason, the Green Bay Packers have publicly anticipated a breakup with Alexander, who's simultaneously been one of the NFL's best, and this part concerns me, and most injured covermen, says Benjamin. Yeah. Both sides hinted at a split in free agency, either via trade or release. So the Packers, I guess, have a new contract offer on the table, but if the Pro Bowler doesn't bite at a pay cut, Green Bay could save $17 million by cutting or trading him after June 1st. So that's an increase of $9.5 million from prior to June 1.
Seems like every big name corner out there that got a tenuous contract issue with their current team.
Yeah.
He's always mentioned to go to the Commanders.
I find it hard to believe that Adam Peters is going to double down on trading for an aging,
another oft injured
cornerback. Like
he's missed.
Like especially when you drafted one at 61 in Amos, I just don't.
Not happening. It's not happening.
It's rumor.
Listen to this.
Cody Benjamin is not plugged in.
Jaire Alexander missed 13 games in 21.
Yeah.
He played a full season in 22. He missed 10 games in 23, 10 games last year. He's missed 33 games in the last 4 years.
I mean, just that alone is going to be enough to scare me off.
Don't we have enough?
Now, he is a stud. I believe he's been a Pro Bowler or an All-Pro, second team All-Pro twice.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. But he is always hurt.
I think they believe that Marshawn Lattimore is going to return to his previous form. We will see. But Adam Peters traded for him for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your number one corner. They got Sandstrill. There's your number two corner. They drafted Amos. They brought in Jonathan Jones. I think they think they're okay at corner.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see now unless Alexander gets cut and they're able to sign him at a very team-friendly deal.
If he gets cut after
that part, then I could see there being at least some interest.
But he hasn't been cut yet.
Hasn't been released yet. But trading for him and giving up future assets, I think you've already done enough of that with the Lattimore deal.
Yeah,
no, they're not doing that.
Let's hold on to some of the picks.
The prediction is that he's going to be retained by Green Bay.
Okay,
and they'll just redo his deal. But I can't imagine he's going to get a heavy deal with all those injuries.
Mm-hmm. What were they saying the compensation would have been? Cakes?
They would say Green Bay would save $17 million if they cut him after June 1st.
Right.
Oh, but there's not compensation
or traded him.
They're not saying what the Commanders
there's no potential parameters of a deal.
Okay.
No.
They're just speculating
that
he could be available.
Again, they bring in Jonathan Jones, corner from New England.
Mm-hmm.
So he's on the depth chart. They draft Trey Amos, second round pick, who most people say is first round talent. Hearing good reports about him. He's on the depth chart. And he got a couple starters in Sanders and Marshawn Lattimore. I don't see it.
I don't see it either. But if he was cut and he's a free agent, you don't have to give him what he's making. It'd be interesting.
You don't know how he made his first appearance here in the D.C. area. Jonathan Jones, who they inked away from the Patriots.
How did he make his... Seems like a trick question. How did he make his first appearance?
He's a licensed pilot. Flew his plane to the College Park Airport.
Wow.
Good for him.
Glad he made it.
That's a dicey hobby. Flying planes. Might want to be careful.
Would you rather be on the side for a hobby?
Yeah.
A pilot? Now you're trained, whenever you take your lessons.
Right.
Or a beekeeper?
Beekeeper.
Really?
I'd rather I don't think I'm going to die from getting stung by a bee. I know I would die if I effed up behind the controls of a rinky-dink airplane. So I think beekeeper.
If you became, like, let's say you did win the World Series of Poker.
Yeah.
And you won that money and you quit the show, you retired.
Mm-hmm.
And then you went to your office.
Yes.
And you're like, all right, I got all this free time. I do love poker and pickle and tennis.
Yeah.
Okay. But after that, you're like, I need to come up with a new hobby.
More
you
hobbies?
wrote down 100 things.
Yes.
I don't think beekeeper would have been on it.
No. If I wrote down a million things, beekeeper would not be on the list. I don't see the allure of dressing head to toe in that protective material, having that mesh to look through on your hat, your floppy hat. And what Drab, can you tell me what is the they're always spraying like a fog or something on the bees?
Yeah, what is that?
What's that all about? Or so there's like a mist, they're misting the bees. I don't understand. Been a lot of beekeeper talk on the show today.
Well, we've gone. It depends on who you talk to. I was going to say we've gone almost 30 years doing this radio show, and that's the first time somebody's ever called into the show who says their hobby is beekeeping.
yeah, it's weird.
But hey, that's what Open Line Thursday is all about. If you want to call in, 800-636-1067, maybe there's a new hobby we should pursue beyond beekeeping.
If you're a beekeeper, again, I know nothing about it. And yes, I was kidding about squeezing a bee. I mean, I understand you can't touch a bee. But where do you house bees if you're a beekeeper? Like, I don't understand.
They live in like I don't know what it's called. It's almost like a box.
They live in
It's a big like.
And then what do you
box? It's
and
like
you pull them
high.
out, you scrape them.
Okay, and they live in a box, like in a shed or something, or
No, like right in your backyard or in a field.
In your garden.
I know you've seen that. They pull out the tray.
I think maybe.
Yeah.
I don't pay much attention to it.
I know that.
I like the end product that the bees give us.
The honey.
I'm a fan of honey. Honey's delicious.
I love honey.
I just don't need to be around
honey's
the bees.
kind of expensive. Like
Yeah,
if you
it is
get like
expensive.
a little jar like of ketchup, it would be like $3 or something. You get the same thing of honey, it's like
Yeah.
$12. Like it's a lot
Ooh,
more.
Speaking of ketchup,
You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
generally not a ketchup guy, but I saw a ketchup that caught my eye in the store the other day, and I bought it, and I actually liked it. Ketchup with jalapeno in it.
Hmm.
Oh, 'cause
Heinz jalapeno.
Heinz.
No, I didn't know that.
Is that new? I guess that is
I think
new.
it's relatively new. And I said, this is good marketing. Just catching my eye. Bought it. Liked it.
BT Dubs.
Yeah.
Speaking of Commanders, my friend was in line the other day
Who do you
At
see?
Commander sighting.
at Chick-fil-A.
All right.
Delicious.
And who was right in front of my friend at Chick-fil-A.
All right.
Let's see here.
This
DQ.
person,
Offensive or defensive?
offensive.
An offensive player.
Jaden Daniels.
JD5 was getting a spicy chicken sandwich.
He didn't do
Yep.
drive-through?
He did drive through.
Oh, okay. He drive-through.
My friend was
okay.
right behind him.
What's his ride? Does he have a silly ride?
Black Range Rover.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
And my friend went up and
Was his mom in the car?
I don't
Was his
know.
mom getting a meal
I
too?
don't think the mom was there.
Driving.
But he, of course, doesn't use his, when Chick-fil-A asks for the name for the order.
Sure.
What'd he
Not
say?
Jaden.
What'd he say?
Robert.
Robert.
Says Robert.
Right. So if you work at Chick-fil-A and Robert orders some food, and
Robert.
if you're in Ashburn, it's
Okay.
probably Jaden.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
All right.
And why do you think that is? Because even
There's
if
no
you
other
just said,
Roberts in Ashburn.
I'm just kidding.
even if you just said Robert, like let's say he said Jaden, and then he thinks in the minute that it takes to turn around and give you your food that
Uh-huh.
they're going to taint it somehow, or like I
I
don't
don't
understand
know,
why
just-
does
He
it
just
say
doesn't
his
want
name?
extra
just doesn't want
attention drawn
attention.
to him. I would
Everybody
guess.
in the restaurant in Chick-fil-A will come to the
You
drive-through
know, it's funny
window.
you say that. Have I told you this before? My youngest, her bit is, I think I've told you this. She always tells the Starbucks people that if she goes to a bagel place or whatever,
Yeah.
she always says they ask her name, Rebecca.
Hmm.
Her name's not Rebecca. Her freaking name's Kate.
She doing a Jason bit? Who were you
She
for a while?
tells everybody
Larry?
when they ever ask for her name,
Rebecca.
Rebecca. That's like her little personal bit.
Okay.
And sometimes it comes back to bite her in the ass because they'll like she'll get her stuff and they'll walk away and they'll say, "Hey Rebecca, hey Rebecca."
It's not clicking.
It's not
But why
clicking.
is she doing that? She wants that name? Because didn't Jason go by Larry for a while?
No.
Well,
When you
I
were a
was
kid?
when I was
She-
7.
For some
Yeah.
reason, she gets a weird thrill
Yeah.
out of telling people a fake name.
Hmm.
I don't know. Have you ever heard of that? Do you have friends that do that? They have like Starbucks names? I think this is a thing.
I don't think this is
I
it.
think people have
This is
Starbucks names.
a psychological term, but what is imposter syndrome? I just saw Steph Curry thinks he has imposter syndrome.
Maybe that's when you feel like you're not up to
Yeah, you're not
your name.
worthy,
Worthy
of
of
being,
something.
You're not
yeah,
worthy.
Yeah.
You're not
She
worthy
thinks
of being
she's not
silly
worthy of her
JP.
real name.
No, it's not. It had nothing to do with that. I'm telling you,
Weird.
she feels like she's pulling the wool over somebody's eye.
It's
I don't
pulling
know.
a fast one.
Yeah, it's like a.
Does she know they don't care?
Yeah, but she gets pleasure in it.
They don't
And she
care
just
at
tells.
all.
I know, but I'm just telling you, she likes it. What to say the wrong name?
Does she
Have an
use
alias.
different names or just
No,
Rebecca?
it's always Rebecca. She's Rebecca. When she goes to the bagel place, the Starbucks, anything like that, leave her name
I dig
Rebecca.
I dig it.
You're into
Do you,
that?
have you ever heard of that though? I'm
Sure,
telling you,
I mean, I know people do that who have like hard to spell names or hard to pronounce names at Starbucks.
and people always say like, oh, they always say my name
Yeah,
this
it's
way.
fun to pretend
So
you're someone
people-
else for a minute to amuse yourself.
Yeah,
I
they-
amuse myself all the time.
Yeah, it's what she does to amuse herself.
Yeah.
You know what?
Nothing
I'm
wrong
going to
with
do that. I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A. I'm just going to say I'm Jaden.
Do they ever you should do that?
I think you
Dude,
should steal
Hold on,
his name.
I don't even realize that. So when you go to McDonald's or something and you order, they don't ask you your name.
No.
But when you go to Chick-fil-A, they actually ask you your name.
Yeah, because they have because a lot of times they have the
dual.
2 drive-throughs, and
Yeah.
you got to show up, and then they just check that they're giving you the right bag.
Yeah, but like if you have duels at like McDonald's, they just say, "Did you have the Big Mac?" That's usually what they do.
Yeah,
or
but they
whatever.
just say what was the name on the order.
I hate the duels because I have a skill. I have an elite skill of always picking the wrong lane.
right.
I don't like to go to the outside lane because I feel like I'm going to get hung out to dry, like I'm in a NASCAR race.
Somebody's not gonna let you in.
I always pick the slow lane. I just do. I have a gift. I have a talent for it.
Yeah.
I find
Bad luck.
I find the person who's going to have the longer order, and I gravitate towards them.
Always bet against kids.
And I'm just stuck there.
People
It sucks.
love Chick-fil-A. It's fine to me. Their waffle fries, you got it. You got to eat them in the first couple of minutes.
Yeah, but
And
they're
they
very good.
Once
have
they
to
go,
have salt.
once they get lukewarm, meh.
I like them.
I've gotten to the point now, like I like my fries crispy. So like if I get home and don't eat them before I get home, air fryer for 3 or 4 minutes. I got to get them crisped up.
Air fryer does
Got to
have
crisp them up, baby.
It does
I
have
can't
a
have
place.
salt. This guy cannot do soggy fries.
Yeah.
He will not do
Do
soggy
you do
fries.
pizza in air fryer?
Sure.
Do you ever put the ice cube on a pizza and put it on a pan?
I've never heard that bit.
How different is the
It's a
air
bit.
fryer than using your toaster oven, on like the fry?
I mean, it's
Probably
I think
similar.
it's a little bit better. I don't know.
I'm asking.
I get a lot
I'd
of
imagine
use
it's similar.
A lot of use out of the air fryer.
I feel like,
It's a lot of use.
yeah, the air fryer, I think it keeps it a little moister. If that's
And crispier. Crisps it up
Because
the way you need it.
most of the toaster ovens nowadays have like 3 or 4 settings, and one is
Don't
fry.
own it. No longer own a toaster oven.
Mm.
Dead. In
We
the
have-
trash.
We have a toaster oven. And we have this stupid air fryer. But it's too much clutter on the thing, so Dion's
you
constantly
just
moving them down the
limited
basement.
counter space.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't have a Kardashian's kitchen. I need.
Yeah. I mean, I have an
reduced
average
counter
normal
space.
kitchen, like a normal human. To me, it doesn't bother me, but to my wife, it makes her crazy. All right, let's go to another beekeeper. Or is this the same guy?
I don't know.
Is this the same guy?
It's got to be
We
the
got
same.
another
Different
beekeeper. Tom,
Yeah, I'm just,
how do you get the honey out of the thing? You suck the bee? Like, what do you do?
no, right? No, what you do is you wait till the frames, wait till they produce the frames of honey, and then they cap it, and then you remove the frames of honey. You take them out. You take a knife. You remove the cappings of honey, and then you put it in a spinner and a extractor. You extract the honey, and then you run it through a strainer into a bucket, into your bottles. And
Sounds like a
you're
lot
ready
of
to
work.
Sounds
go.
very
That sounds
interesting.
very complicated.
Do you do this as a profession or as a hobby?
No, this is a hobby.
All right, what do
Actually,
you get out of it? Like when I hit a golf ball and I hit a crispy one, it feels silly. It's
Yeah, but
like sex.
to me, it actually sounds like his process is like the people that are into it, and none of us are, that brew their own
I'll
beer.
tell you what,
Yeah.
it's a lot like golf. You don't get into it to make any money by any means, for sure. All right, it costs you a lot of money. You get some good honey out of it, and
That's it, though.
You get
Did you
the-
get stung a million times?
no, they're pretty calm. I mean, if you go in the middle of summertime when they don't have any food, you got to feed them. They may get a little angry at you. When you go in your hives and tear their hives apart, they get a little angry. But you wear a bee suit, they're pretty. My bees are pretty calm. They're Italians, so the Italians
Italian
are pretty
bees
That's Italian bees.
Italian bee.
Really?
Yeah, you got
Dude,
Italian
is it
bees.
like olive oil? We don't even know this. And like some honeys are just like elite and others are just like garbage. Like there's
a
bougie
lot of
honey.
A lot of the crap. Of course, a lot of the crap comes from China, and it's not even real honey. It's they feed them sugar water, and it's fake honey. So
Oh no. Am I
most
getting
of the
fake
honey-
honey? Is that what they sell at the
Yeah,
average?
get-
Hold on.
from China.
Is that what they sell at the average grocery store?
Yes.
You need to look at the
Oh.
labels, Ricky. You
All right,
need that
dude.
organic, like
All right, tell
homegrown.
me one brand of a good honey.
Well, I'm in the food business, and I met Jason up at Rubino's one time. He comes in there for breakfast.
I'm telling you, Jason's the king of Aspen.
Yes,
Everybody
he
knows
is.
what this guy's doing.
Mayor.
Hey, dude, will you send some honey to the station?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
Sure.
stay on hold.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
All right.
I
Appreciate
think I've
it.
been to
Sure, guys.
Rubino's.
All right,
Appreciate
thanks.
it.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, when
All
we
right.
come back, we'll give you a
Yeah,
chance to
you
win.
met somebody there, remember?
Give you a chance to win tickets to go see comedian Ian Bagg. He'll be in town on June 12th, so keep listening for your chance to win. Our nation's heroes need your support. If you have an old car or extra vehicle, that you no longer need, donating it to the Purple Heart Foundation can provide critical assistance to vets and their families. Donating a car is easy, too. You get free pickup and a tax receipt, and veterans will get the life-saving support that they need. Visit purpleheartfoundation.org to donate a car and help our heroes. We need your support today. That's the purpleheartfoundation.org.